Good afternoon, everyone. Hope you guys are having a great reInvent. I'm Abhishek Lahoti. I've been obsessing over AWS Partners for over 6 years and 10 years at Amazon. I have with me my friend Fernando Lerbach, who is Senior Manager, Partner Scale Experience and GTM. We are excited to talk about the partner journey and what we've been doing with AWS Partner Central overall. Fernando is going to take you through the agenda, and we have a good set of slides up front.
Yeah. Well, thank you everyone for having us. So early this year, we embarked on this journey to transform the digital partner experience. So I'm super excited to be here today and share a little bit about those enhancements that are now live in Partner Central. So this is what we prepared for you today. So I'll start and I'll go over AWS Partner Central, and I'll go over main components of Partner Central. I'll pass it over to Lahori, who will talk about a little bit of Marketplace, and how the journey from AWS Partner and AWS Marketplace seller was different, and now we're unifying that journey. Then I'll come back and I'll do a little bit of a demo what that experience looked like. Okay? So by a show of hands, how many of you are on our Partner Central today? Good. And what about Marketplace sellers? Okay, so there's opportunity here. Okay, I love it. So let's keep going. AWS Partner Central is our partner-only portal. So that's where, when you become an AWS partner, you get access to resources, we get access to tools and benefits to help you build, market, and sell and grow with AWS. So there are 130,000 partners using AWS Partner Central today, with over 2 million registered users. So it doesn't matter if you're a startup or if you're a large enterprise. AWS Partner Central has the resources you need to succeed. And we're going to talk a little bit more about how this play a role when I come back for the demo. So I'll pass it over to Lahori to talk about Marketplace.
If you were at the partner keynote yesterday, you must have heard a lot of conversation around Marketplace and how we are unifying the journeys between Partner Central and Marketplace. Even if you see the spaces of Marketplace and Partners, they're all together in the expo. And we're trying to do the same thing in the experience as well. You must be asking, why is AWS Marketplace so important, right? And why is it that we're trying to kind of have a journey where we're combining these experiences? So Marketplace is the largest place where you can find enterprise software, data, and services. With over 330,000 active AWS customers purchasing offerings on Marketplace, with 2.5 million subscriptions which are active. And this is over 4,000 ISV listings, ISV partners, 5,000 professional service partners, 2,000 channel partners. And this is a business which has been scaling for the last 10 years. If I have to give you another stat, the amount of SaaS offerings which were bought on the AWS Marketplace doubled in 2022. So all the reasons why this becomes the right option to kind of go to market for AWS partners. And that's what we've been trying to do even in the journey. You must be asking, why are customers gravitating towards this, right? There's faster procurement with flexible pricing and terms. If you have customers who are purchasing on AWS, who are AWS customers, it makes it easy for them to buy third-party software through Marketplace with consolidated billing. The negotiation terms can be, the terms can be negotiated much faster. It's also fast and secure. If you would want to kind of look at the security posture of all the offerings on Marketplace, you can just log into Marketplace and identify what the security posture would look like, right? But this has not been easy, right? So if I have to just take you through the current state between Partner Central and Marketplace, these have been disjointed journeys over the last 10 years. As a partner, you would log into Partner Central, build your offering, validate it, and become co-sell ready, right? And this was a very different motion than Marketplace, where you did similar stuff, where you listed your products, your deployment methods, and then finally the customers transacted on Marketplace. This had a lot of issues. you had to log into 2 different experiences, you had to duplicate stuff around product listing, and your co-sell and procurement journeys were not really linked together. And we're trying to change that. Like we heard a lot of partner feedback that, hey, this did not make sense, let's combine the journeys and bring our sales and procurement journeys together to fulfill the lead to cash lifecycle instead of having different motions for lead to quote and quote to cash. So what have we really changed, right? So this is the new unified journey now, where you become an AWS partner first, you validate your offering and list on the marketplace at the same time, you unlock funding benefits, co-sell with AWS, and that natural progression toward transactions and deployment and fulfillment and governance of the third-party offerings, right? So it is more seamless. We have launched your ability for partners to link your Partner Central account to your Marketplace account. You are not only able to link your accounts, but also link users and set permissions. That if a user on Partner Central has to have granular permissions to manage offerings on Marketplace, you are able to do that on your own in a self-serve fashion. Similarly, you can link your products or offerings on Partner Central to Marketplace. And if you don't have an account, you can create one. Lastly, you can link your co-sell journeys with your transaction journeys, where you can link your opportunities on the co-sell pipeline or race with private offers, right? This must be a lot of information for all of you. So we said, hey, how can we make this easy for AWS partners, right? So we have 4 launches, which we've added on to all this experience and bringing this journey together to make this lifecycle easy for not just you, but hundreds of users within Partner Central. Fernanda mentioned we have over 2 million partner users today on Partner Central, and you could we understand the scale at which this operates within your company, and to make that easy, we launched 4 new features on Partner Central. The first of that is a personalized, self-guided experience called Partner Tasks. The moment you log into Partner Central and register, you get a list of tasks based on your profile, based on who you are, your persona, whether you're a sales manager or a alliance persona. There are partner walkthroughs. If you see a running icon on the right-hand side corner of Partner Central, there are a lot of walkthroughs which will make this journey easy for you. We have resources, and we didn't have search on Partner Central prior to this. Now we have search. So whether you know nothing about Partner Central or you're an experienced user trying to find exactly what you need, all those new functionality to make this journey easy for you is something which we've launched. And Fernanda is now going to take you through a few examples, especially around validating partner offerings and listing on Marketplace, and how this journey is something which is simplified now.
Awesome, thank you. So as Lahori mentioned, let's take a look at what it looks like in the tool, in Partner Central. So as you get started in your home page, you have access to a list of tasks. So that task, they are prioritized on due date and type of tasks. So all those tasks are assigned to the alliance lead. And the alliance lead and he has the opportunity, or she has the opportunity to migrate this to someone else. If it's, for example, a marketing task, they can reassign the task to other personas within the Partner Central. I know we're all asking, there's a due date. There's one more date for me to do something in my life. So I just want to say that this is a guideline. There's no penalty if that due date is not completed. It's just like when you look at the data and the most successful partners, this is the pace that they are, that the tasks are completed. But it's just for you also, when you need to prioritize your day, you know which ones are priority and you know which ones you should do first. When you look at the optional versus required, you can think about this as optional will help us understand better your business. What's the size of your company? What do you do? What type of customers do you focus on? So this will help us with future automation. So when we think about how do we help the self-guidance process work better, we need to understand your business. So that's why they're optional. When you look at required, you're thinking more about required steps for you to progress in the journey. So if we think about, so as you click in one, so I'll click on the create a software offering. Now there's this sidebar bar shows up, and then there's a pro tip. So this is like the data and insights on why you should focus on that, like why this is important for you and why this is a required task. So there's a little bit of insight on that. Also, there's a small description of what this task looks like, so you better understand. If by any chance you're not sure, you're like, I don't know if I'm capable to deliver on the task and I need more information, we'll have hyperlinks to the web-based content. So I'll just jump over here. So this is a web-based content where you can read more information for the task. It's what you need to do. So you have a better decision of like, am I able to complete this task? Or do I need to reassign it to someone in my team? So if you decide that you're going to reassign, a little window will show up and you can do it on the tool. If not, there's a call to action button that will take you right where you need to create your offering. So when you look at offerings, why do we ask for offerings? So offerings, like I said before, we need to understand your business. So offerings help AWS sellers also understand your business. So when you share what is your offering is your solution, is your product, is your practice. So we want to understand what you're focused on, what is your superpower with like value proposition, for example. Once you complete this, we have your offer in the system. You will be prompted to have a technical validation, so a foundational technical review, where we'll verify your best practice being applied to your offer. And that's, once you're done with that step, then if you have not at AWS Marketplace listing, this is the opportunity for you to, within the flow, already publish your product in AWS Marketplace. So it's a great integration for your, to take you faster to the market. And also, it's bi-direction. So if you already have a marketplace listing, but you do not have an offering, you can just link the product within Partner Central and use this for the co-sell motion, as Lahori was saying. Another great enhancement that we brought to life with this new transformation is partner news and events. So there are a lot of information. So this is a curated library of things that matter to partners. So you can filter by location, you can filter by area of expertise, but everything is talking to partners. So this will help you understand what type of blog posts are out there that I should be reading, and what type of events, or workshops, or webinars that I should be participating in order to get the information I need to succeed. So this is also great in your homepage, and it's live. I'll pass it over back to Lahori to wrap us up, and I'll open for questions.
Thanks, Fernanda. I think you saw how easy it was to kind of create an offering on Partner Central and link your AWS Marketplace product. I want to just add that all these tasks have been broken down, where greater than 50% of the tasks assigned to you can be completed in less than 5 minutes. And probably more than 80% tasks can be completed in less than 30 minutes. Now, while all this information is overwhelming, there are too many changes in Partner Central, we've tried to break it down based on the persona you are and what you really want to do on Partner Central. And these tasks have been modeled on successful partners who've seen success on AWS Partner Central and Marketplace. So it is our attempt to make this journey easy for you to become profitable on AWS and your AWS practice. If you want to learn more, there's a session PEX111, which is led by Julia Chen, VP of Partner Core, and Matt Yantishin, who's General Manager of AWS Marketplace and APO Engineering. This is happening in Venetian on 11/2 at 3:30. You'll see a lot more details. If you have feedback, we have a voice of customer survey almost on every page on Partner Central. Tell us more. We are listening. That's a quote from my favorite show, Fraser. I'm listening. So we are listening, and we would want to kind of improve this journey for you. So thank you so much.